my loves, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Octavia. On this platform, we're all about all things self-care, self-love, and just becoming a better version of us overall. So if that's the type of content that you're in, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the community. Now, I don't know about you, but ever since this year started, I feel like I've just been in this hustle culture mindset. I have just been so zoned in on trying to get my bank account looking very demure and trying to focus so much on becoming my higher self. And a major part of that for me has to do with my financial security. And I know for many of us, we share the same sentiment where we want to know that we are stable. We want to know that we are becoming that person who we dream of becoming, especially if it is that we are moms who have specific goals for ourselves. However, you guys know already that I like to get into the however. We have not been slowing down. We find that it's now almost the end of the year and we are burnt out. We are tired, we are frustrated, and we're asking ourselves, why is it that we have not yet seen the fruit of the things that we have been working so hard for? And I have been asking myself the same question as well. And I must be so honest with you guys that when I've really sat down and I have really dived into me and I really asked myself, what is it that I need to adjust in my life? It is now the fall season. Even though outside is still kind of warm and we're still seeing a lot of green, I must say here in New York City, we are definitely seeing the changes in the leaves right now. So I know that it is definitely the fall season. I know for many of us, we're like, okay, it's the year end and we are panicking and we're like, oh my God, I can't put my life together in just 3 months. I feel so overwhelmed. 2024 is going to finish and I have not become my best self. I did not land my dream job. I did not get to go on that vacation. I did not get to do this and I did not get to do that. And we're also worked up about the fact that the year is ending and we have not achieved our dreams. Now, I want to share with you why it is so important right now in the fall season for us to slow down, focus on ourselves, and do the things that we love this fall. Now, I know this video may be a shocker for many of you as it was for me, because I have come to realize that I cannot finish the end of the year being so worked up, being so zoned in on becoming that best version of myself, that I have forgotten to live, that I have forgotten to slow down, that I have forgotten to be present in not just my own life but my children's life as well, especially for the fact that I am going through a divorce right now. So I have to take that step back from becoming that corporate baddie. I have to take that step back from becoming that entrepreneur baddie. I have to take that step back where I get honest with myself and say, girl, it's time for you to calm down. It's time for you to slow down. And here are the reasons why I'm going to be sharing with you why these things are so important for us to do in the fall season. I must say that fall for me is the best season yet. I love the fall season. I love the tranquility that it brings. I love the calmness that it brings. I love the fact that it gives us a chance to be quiet and still. And I also feel like the fall season brings a sense of reflection to our personal lives. Because it is so calm, because it is so tranquil, we do have that time when we are allowed to sit in our thoughts. We are allowed to just reflect on our lives and see the areas that we need to improve on. We get that opportunity before the year ends to say, okay, this is all that I've been doing for the entire year. I have just been going like a roller coaster, and I really see that me just operating like that is not what's working out for me. So us taking that time to slow down in the fall season is us allowing ourselves to de-stress. It is us allowing ourselves to reset. It is us allowing ourselves to say, okay, I have this opportunity for the next 3 months to sort my life out, but I'm going to be doing it differently from how I started off the year. I want to take a slow approach for us to reflect on our year that we have been through thus far and really get a clear vision as to how we want to move forward and close off the rest of 2024. Now for me, focusing on myself for the fall season is something that I'm very big on. For the past few years, I have just been, as I said before, trying to get that bag again, trying to find myself in a very stable financial position. And for many of us, I do know that stable means something different. I do know that we all have our different version of what our bank account should look like, but at the same time, I have to take that step back where I focus on myself, where I stop trying so hard to get that next deal or to land that job or just to be so in the mind of work. I want to take that step back and just focus on myself, pour into me some more, make self-care my #1 priority for the fall season. And the reason why I say this is because we hear so much how is it that we should become our best selves and we should do this and do that, and we have so many voices in our ears telling us all the things that we need to do in order to achieve our dream lives. And I find that this has placed a lot of unintentional pressure on each of us. I find that it has brought us into a mindset where we are so zoned in on achieving a future version of us that we forget to appreciate this girl, that we forget to look out for this girl, that we forget to treat this girl with all the love and the tenderness that this present me deserves. So I want to take that step back this fall from trying to hustle so much in becoming that future version of me and just focus on who I am right now. What are the things that I can appreciate in this season of my life? And I have to ensure that I make a conscious decision to focus on me and not so much surrounding myself with everything that has to do with the future version or my higher self. And yes, for many of us too who also have children, or we also have other family members that we have to be taking care of, we find that we don't get that time to pour into ourselves. We find that we don't get that opportunity where we're like, okay, it is my time where I'm going to calm down, where I'm going to take that moment to go and just walk in the park, or I'm going to go read my favorite book, or I'm just going to watch my favorite movie, or I'm just going to ensure that I do the things that allows me to reset, that allows me to feel as though I am present in my own body. And so because of that, even for me as myself, as I mentioned before, going through divorce at the moment and just having to adjust to a new lifestyle overall, I find that for me, focusing on myself this fall is a major asset in me really reinventing myself. I want to slow down, I want to calm down, and the only reason I'm going to be able to do this is by understanding the fact that I have to focus on myself. I have to make that time to pour into me. I realize that even the Gilmore Girls is trending for this fall. I have never watched Gilmore Girls, and I would love to watch Gilmore Girls this fall. So me having that movie as a part of my to-do list is one of the things that I truly want to do. I also want to do baking. I also want to do some form of crafts. I want to decorate my entire apartment. But going through a season where you're so zoned in on becoming a future version of you, you are not able to do that. So I want to take that time where I focus on myself. For me, that means doing the things that I know would truly make me feel as though I am living presently. Doing what I love this fall is something that I'm very much dedicated to. I want to ensure that I'm not just doing things because I have to survive, or I'm trying to do things because it pleases somebody else. I want to take that opportunity this fall to do the things that I know will completely bring me joy. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of us have been suffering from depression and anxiety, and I for one is no excuse from that. We have found that throughout the years, the pressure that has been placed on us, especially as females, it has become so overwhelming, girl, that we are just like, we are over it at this point. We want to focus on the things that we truly love for ourselves and nobody else. So I want you to go ahead this fall and find just one thing. Find that one thing that you know you truly love. Find that one thing that you know you have always desired to do and go full force on it. I want us to take that opportunity where you say to yourself, okay, baking is something that I've always loved, but I've never really gotten that opportunity to bake. Go ahead and buy your baking essentials and get started. I want us to have a very memorable fall season. I want us to be able to look back and say to ourselves, look, for the first time in years, I took that opportunity this fall and I was so present. I felt so loved within my own self. I was so happy that I was not all over the place in my mind and physically. And I'm so grateful that I took the opportunity to do the things that I love. I am so over the fact that years after years, I have been living in regret for the fact that 6 months have passed and I'm looking back and I ask myself, what is it that I did that I love for the last 6 months? I need to start building that memory log for myself, and that is one of the major reasons why I feel as though this fall is one where we should definitely do the things that we love. We have to start building memory logs. We have to be able to look back at our lives 3 months from now, 3 weeks from now, however long you decide, and be happy for the fact that you did something in a season that you truly appreciate and will never forget. Now, I know that for many of us, we're like, why should I slow down when I need to become my best self? And that is because you becoming your best self but not enjoying the journey, sis, makes no sense. Take it from me. I have been on both sides of the world. I have been on the super wealthy side and I have been on the very humbling side. So I can tell you that you rushing after your dream life but not enjoying the journey will not feel as good as you think it will. You will need to take that time to step back, to enjoy the little things that you see in the process, and a major part of this is to ensure that you spend time to slow down, focus on yourself, and most definitely do the things that you love. So here is another opportunity for you to reclaim your life, and here it is, the fall season, the best season when we are allowed to feel tranquil and calm, and it is also a season for us to take a step back from all the fuss that's going on in the world to just zone in on us a little bit more. Your dream life will come, the things that you desire will come, but you also finding that balance in your life where we understand that, you know what, yes, I want to achieve this, but me loving on myself also, me pouring into myself also, me taking that step back to be present is the most important thing. Because at the end of the day, if I overwork myself, if I push myself over the cliff, if I burn myself out, I will not be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. It is so important to our glow up journey. It is so important to our reinvention journey. It is so important to our elevation journey that we do these things, as I assure you that it will take you even to a higher step that you can ever imagine. Now, I'm not the type of girlie that likes to do extra long videos. I like to keep it straight, simple, and to the point. So this is where I'm going to be leaving you in this video. If it is that it was inspiring to you, I do hope you go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button and join this community, because over here we are working to become our best selves, not the traditional way, while also allowing ourselves to get cozy and warm in this fall season. And so I will see you in the next one. Bye bye now.